So right off the bat, I want to say the title is not clickbait. I'm not a clickbait type of guy when it comes to videos. I really did quit my job, and my wife quit her job at NASA as well, and we moved. We said, we're done, we gotta get the hell out of here. So I guess it was back around like a month before Thanksgiving. I had actually switched jobs. I was still working at the same facility, but what I thought was going to be, I don't know, a fresh start, it unraveled quick, unfortunately. So I wasn't happy, my wife wasn't happy. We weren't happy in general with where we lived, the people we lived around, majority of the people we lived around, the whole area. I don't know how much this would resonate with the people watching this video if they've never been through something like this. Imagine just picking up, moving somewhere you've never been before, you know absolutely nobody, and then you proceed to stay there 10 years. 10 years, and after those 10 years, you feel like nothing was really better. Nothing, you never felt like you fit in there, you never felt accepted there. That was pretty much what we experienced on in that area where we live. So we put the house up for sale. Well, I had my job offer first. I got the job offer, then I put the house up for sale, and we decided to get out of there. So we're currently still trying to sell the house. Unfortunately, as a transitional period thing, we are renting for a year. That's the other thing that's been really difficult for me, going from owning my own house for 10 years, being able to do whatever the hell I want with it, to now I'm under the thumb of not only a property manager, but then the property owner themselves is like, you know, neck deep involved in it. So it's not like I'm just hearing from a property manager about, you know, this or that or whatever. It's like I get it from both sides. I'm actually in the garage right now, which was one of the benefits. Is I went from a single car garage to a double car garage that I'm really excited to turn into a shop in here. But there's a caveat to that, because there's a good chance that we're going to have to move out of here around November, December of this year, 2019. So we moved in around that time in 2018, and now we're probably going to have to move out because the owners really want to move back, whatever their schedule is, you know, however that works out for them. But they apparently want to move back. So we were told, you're probably only going to be allowed to stay there a year. So it is what it is. But I was going to pick up the camera real quick and just kind of scan around and show you. It's a mess in here right now, obviously, because all we did was just basically bring all the stuff in here and set it down. But I'm hoping real soon to get some kind of order in here where I can actually start doing some kind of woodworking again. I think that was one of my biggest complaints at the old house, or at least the shop at the old house, was that it gotten so cluttered in there that unless I was doing a small project, it just felt like I had no space to do anything. I go in there and I get so angry because I was just banging in the shit all the time, and it was just, you know, just cussing and swearing, and then I ended up walking out pissed off halfway through the project and wouldn't even finish it. I've got a TV stand that no viewers have ever seen because I never finished it. I started building it, I don't know, 9 months ago, 10 months ago. And I got so frustrated that I ended up just shelving it. And the parts are over here somewhere. Maybe someday I'll finish it. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I do want to. That's not true. Hopefully, I'm not going to ramble on too long on this. But a couple of things about the channel and just like the Roush Woodworks presence, if there is even one. A couple of things. One, the website as of the end of January, I believe, January, is going to be gone. It'll be no longer. It was costing me, you know, like $12-15 a month. I would get maybe 4 or 5 emails a week there, and one of them was actually a legitimate email. The rest was just advertisement garbage from whatever, Microjig or whatever one of these companies that, they're just trying to sell me on crap. So, and then I put plans up on the website, and I would love to know if anyone ever bothered to go there and actually download the plans, because I gave them away for free. So all this was, on my dime, with the exception of the occasional, maybe every 4 or 5 months, I might get like $100 from YouTube for ad revenue. So those of you who are aspiring to be YouTube sensations or whatever, I can go ahead and tell you right now that it's true. You got to work really, really hard. And even when I was working very hard trying to put regular videos out, I was still only, getting like maybe $100 every 3-4 months or whatever. So, and I'm sure some of the bigger names would argue with me on that and just say that I was lazy and I didn't really put the effort in. Then go ahead and say that. I don't really give a rat's ass. You might also notice my attitude has changed slightly as far as I don't care. I really don't care about, saying my opinion anymore and losing 100 followers or whatever. That's one of the other things I was going to talk about or wanted to address is that, like on Facebook, I've toned down what my comment, or I've toned down like my opinions on things a lot of times, but in all truth, I've let a lot of people who I have no idea who they are, I assume found me on YouTube or whatever and started adding me on Facebook, and I just kind of started just adding these people, just allowing them. And I realized that I had like 1,500 friends on Facebook, and then when I went back and looked, there's a good 1,000 or more that I had no idea who they were. And unless they had interacted with me in some way, like I threw a message or whatever, I have started deleting a lot of those people, and it's nothing personal. But what I did find was a couple of times I posted some, I guess you call politically charged comments or whatever, and boy, I tell you, people just hammer down on you and just tell you what a horrible freaking person you are. And it's interesting because I would let that affect me, and I'd let myself go like, oh, I guess I am a horrible person. But then there was 1 or 2 people who are close with me that would come to me and say like, oh, I know you. You're not a horrible person. You just have a very strong opinion on things, and it's very unpopular to a lot of people. And they, and again, they just like reinforce, oh, but I know you're a good person. I know you don't mean harm or whatever. You just have a strong opinion. And okay, yeah, I guess so. I guess that is the case. But maybe I should have learned. I should have learned a lesson from David Picciuto a long time ago. And some people are going to probably see me this as like talking bad about him or whatever. I never got along with David that well. I made an attempt to, but I realized that politically we were very different. And I remember he had some very choice words a couple times. One time he posted about how anti-gun he is, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm all, I'm for everything firearms. With the exception of criminals and people that legally shouldn't have them. That's a whole different debate. Anyways, he got a lot of backlash on his Facebook about that, and a lot of people were like, I thought you were an alright guy, but now I realize you're anti-gun, and I don't really, and he, to his credit, he came back and was like, this is my personal Facebook, I'll say where the hell I want on here, and he's right. He's got a personal, life, and he's got this semi-public life, And I'm not saying I have some public life, because I don't. No one knows who the hell I am. No one gives a shit who I am. Maybe my wife and my daughter do. But that's, whatever. But he went through and he deleted just about everyone on there that he didn't know personally, including myself. He deleted me and several other people that knew him. And he has all the right to do that. And I guess over time I realized what he was doing. He was trying to separate that, And I've started to kind of take that same approach. I understand now what he was doing. The difference is that I had the complete polar opposite opinion politically and that sort of thing to him. But I'm finding out that the woodworking community and the maker community in general is extremely liberal left. I don't understand it. I will never wrap my head around why people buy into those policies and those thoughts. And again, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of flack from people saying, oh, Jason, you're an asshole. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Or you could say the same thing. You can't wrap your head around the stuff I believe or whatever or understand. I will say, though, that a lot of my beliefs are they're founded in logic. They really are. And you know, I checked my subscriber count right before I uploaded this, and I think it was like 5,700. And I fully expect I fully expect that number to start going down. But I don't really care, because here's the thing: this is my channel. I'll say what I want. And generally, I have not been political or had an opinion very much at all on this channel, because I've always tried to keep it as a, you know, a woodworking making channel, whatever the hell you want to categorize it. Although I've openly said before that I hate that making term. I think that's way bastardized. Or it's way overused. It's like a buzzword now. I get so sick of hearing that. But I mean, that's what this channel is, or is supposed to be. It's me making stuff, or woodworking primarily. But because I've been away for it so long, I don't know. I want to continue with that, because I mean, I'm getting ready to, you know, build this shop up at least somewhat for the next year. I've got like some electrical work I want to do. I do have some woodworking projects in the mix, and I'd like to do some videos on those and put those on this channel, and maybe try to beef this channel back up again and get it going again. But I'm definitely not doing it to make a fortune, because that's never going to happen. In fact, even the guys with 200, 300, 500,000 subscribers doing woodworking projects are not getting rich. They're not getting rich. They may be making money off of, you know, some advertisements, you know, some product placement stuff they're doing. I even tried to, you know, explore some of that myself, and some of that didn't really work out so well. Some of it was like I got a free tool out of it, and those bigger guys will tell you, oh, don't just accept the free tool as the payment. Well, when you've only got, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, that may be all you will. That's the only perk you will get. And even then, they're throwing you a bone at that point, because they know that with that subscriber count, and your average views is maybe 500 to 1,000 per video, and mine's nowhere even near that anymore. They're not getting that much exposure. So by giving you that free tool or that free thing, they're kind of throwing you a bone, giving you a freebie. They're not getting that much in return for it, unless it's like this spectacular product that you really just, you know, really beef up and tell everyone, and your video somehow gets, you know, picked up, and now you're getting hundreds of thousands of views on it, and then maybe they are making money off of it by selling the products because of you. But you know, it's just it's not that likely. And even then, like I did a video about sander, and that was a mediocre video of performance, and I can about guarantee probably no one went out and bought that sander because of my video, you know. In fact, we ended up giving that sander away months later during the 5,000 subscriber giveaway thing that we did. So anyways, all right, I have gone on long enough, and thank you for listening if you made it to the very end. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot more of these just sitting down talking videos, because I think that you can only stand but so much of this, and I think it goes for anybody. Hopefully the next video will be me doing something in here, something cool, and kind of showing that off, and showing you that I'm kind of moving on to the next thing, but, you know, we'll see. All right, talk to you later.